Good morning, y'all. It is Saturday, June 29th, and we are thankful for another day on this earth and thankful that you guys came back for our next video. To say that this week has been an absolute whirlwind would be a massive, massive understatement. Any of you guys that know or followed our socials or know me personally know we lost one of the biggest pieces, the biggest piece in my life. This last week has not been a week. Our Coda girl unexpectedly passed away, but the only way to grieve and the only way to truly honor her and really get over this is to keep pushing forward. And we had some big things on the agenda, and we can't let those things slide. We've taken our time. We've really grieved this. It's been a very hard thing, but we have to keep pushing forward. And so today is a day in the life of a hybrid athlete, a dad, a father, and a real estate investor, as we have a lot to catch up on this weekend. So right now we are going to get a lift and a run or a bike. It's a good day to have a good day, and the only way to really be happy and keep this off my mind is to stay very effective and very busy. In the past, I've talked about the difference between busy and effective, and you always want to be effective. You don't want to be busy. Right now, I need to be busy. My brain needs me to be busy, so we are going to get a wicked-ass pump. We're going to do a lot of prep and prehab work that is much needed. As you guys know, we just got off of a marathon. We got our knee drained, and we need to stay on top of that. So it's a beautiful Saturday. Coda girl would be right here by my side, and she would want me to go outside and get the fuck after it. As hard as it is to do, I will honor that. Let's get after it. All right, here is the plan for today. We are going to smash mobility and rehabilitation. Then we're going to get a great arm pump, followed by a very high intensity circuit outside. We're going to have some carries, some med balls, some pressing, some lunging. We're going to do that in a circuit fashion, get as many rounds as possible. And that is it for today. As you guys have followed this journey, I was supposed to run my marathon at 208 pounds. We ran it at 232 pounds, almost a 25-pound vest that I was not anticipating. So we went and got our knee drained. We had some pain there. We got it drained. There's nothing structurally wrong, as we know. We're going to get a stem cell injection, really get that healing going, but we need to stay on top of that and stay ahead of it. So we're going to do a lot of adductor work in our mobility and our rehabilitation, some knee over toe, some internal external rotation for the hip, and just get the blood flowing before we jump into the arm workout. It's a good day to have a good day. Coda girl would absolutely be floored to be here another day. So should you. Let's do it. What I found in my 9 years as a strength and conditioning coach is most time the answer is right in the middle, okay? And what I mean by that is this. The strength world, the fitness world is a very polarizing world. It's a very cliquey world. It's a very choose one side or the other, black and white. There's no gray area. Everybody has their cliques. And what I've found is using different modalities, different perspectives, different philosophies, and applying them to how they best fit you is usually the best answer. So that's what we've done. We run very long distances, we lift heavy ass weights, and we do very diligent rehabilitation, mobility, that kind of thing to stay on top of it. Instead of just being an ATG, knees over toe, like that's the only thing that's gonna help you, maybe take the things that apply to you and that will help you and your athletes and ditch the rest. Because Just doing quad dominant movements is not going to get you where you want to be. And just doing posterior chain glute hamstring is not going to get you where you want to be. It's a mixture between all of them. And I don't think people understand that because they just look at the newest up and coming thing. And it's detrimental. It's detrimental to our society. It's detrimental to our performance. And it's detrimental to people's health. The biggest thing that we're trying to stay on top of throughout this marathon, throughout all this, is still being a mobile monster, right? Still being able to move through space effectively without pain. This is one of my favorite stretches, hip opener stretch, getting that external rotation, the flexion of the knee, getting a knee over toe, really good adductor stretch here. It's an amazing, amazing movement. Can you share my Rice Krispie treat knees? It's awesome. Not good. Not painful, but not good. As I alluded to earlier, when we went and got our knee drained, we got imaging done, all that. The big thing that I can address and fix in my training is how my patellar tendon tracks. As you guys know, playing college football, I ruptured this patellar tendon due to being at high risk and being very explosive. This one tracks very, very laterally on the outside of the knee, and that's where the risk can be increased. So we're really working on adductor strength, things pulling it towards the midline, making sure we're not too strong just on our vastus lateralis and our medius here, that we can really, really put some strength and more alignment there. This is a good movement for that, getting that adductor strength. This is just a med ball squeeze. Great, great for adductor strength. Second one for adductor strength and alignment is going to be our lateral lunge, getting nice and deep, focusing on keeping nice and low hip shelf. So we're getting as low as we can here, and then we're sliding across. Nice and low, sliding across. Paint me like one of those French models, boy. Get in there nice and deep like. Our last one in this circuit is just a regular hamstring curl. We have those plate sliders. You just do a hamstring curl. And when it comes to injury with hybrid athletics, with general population, I don't think it's a lack of education. I don't think it's a lack of experience. I think it's a lack of time for people. Like, who has the time to try to make their own rehabilitation program? Who has the time to research and do these things? Yes, I know if it's a priority, it's a priority, but it is my world knowing if X happens, we have to do Y, right? If this injury happens, this was the reason, and this is how to fix it. And I think if people can apply that and ask questions from people that do this for a living, we would be in a much better place and way less injuries, because contrary to popular belief, hybrid athletics is very hard on the body. It's very hard if you're truly pushing the mileage and truly pushing the intensity in the weight room. It is hard. So don't let that just break you down, and don't not do the not sexy shit. This is the shit that keeps you feeling good. I'm 30 years old and feel better and in better shape and more athletic than I've ever been. But there's a lot of work that goes into that. Another thing that I really, really struggle with is external rotation on both sides of my hip. So doing a great pigeon stretch, and this is something that you can easily test with a Faber test. You can test it with this pigeon stretch, but just staying on top of your external rotation about your hip is going to make everything so much easier. If you don't have the proper external rotation, you're not going to have a proper glute engagement. If you don't have that, you could have a hip shelf that is going to be going up and down, which is going to cause back pain, which can cause hip pain, knee pain. It's a never-ending cycle, man. of this is going to be just some regular body work. We're gonna go quads, we're gonna go hamstrings, and we're gonna go IT bands. These are my problem childs, guys. These are where I need to stay on top of it, specifically my IT band. I have zero pain. I've never had pain in my IT band, but going to my massage therapist, chiropractor, I have a very, very tight IT band, but it's weird. I've never had any pain. I don't know if that's just high pain management or just honestly my biology. So we try to stay on top of that, getting a little bit of muscle work as much as we can, right? My massage therapist is very, very good, so he's booked out all the time. This thing is not strong enough. All right, here's the drill. We are going to smash our flywheel training. We're gonna keep it super simple for the arms. Just get a pump. It's the 4th of July weekend. We're trying to look jacked, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're doing flywheel curls, and then we're going to do tricep extension with the band because it's really, really hard to get a setup for the triceps on the flywheel. But if you've never tried a flywheel, never seen it, never heard it, never done it, these are absolutely amazing. All it does is overload to an extent that you can't handle, overload the eccentric motion, which activates tighten, which actually helps with more hypertrophy. Not only the performance benefits of being able to handle more load eccentrically at high velocities and high intensities, but now we can actually have a higher and increased hypertrophic effect. These flywheels are amazing. It's time to get jacked. So after we finish this last set of arms, we're gonna go into legs with the flywheel. You'll see the whole setup. It's absolutely crazy. But think about having increased weight on the way down. Athletes, all humans at that, we can handle way more weight on the way down or eccentrically. So think about it in a back squat. You could load up 500 pounds on a back squat and at least control it down, right? But you're just not gonna come back up. So we need to capitalize on the ability to eccentrically load at an increased rate. And that's what this does. As you go, you actually flip the rotation and momentum of the wheel, and then it absolutely sucks you down as hard as you can. These things are outrageous. The pump you get is different as it activates tighten, and it's going to have a hypertrophy effect. It's outrageous. I have no idea what I'm doing. I've only used this once in my life. This harness. I think this clips here. We'll see. We are heading out for our bike ride. We're going to be hitting right around 10 miles. Very short, but very high intensity. Going as fast as we can. This seems to be the hardest time for me. Most people can get away from anxieties and all that stuff on running and biking, but this seems to be the time when my mind wanders and misses my Coda girl. But this is what she would want. She'd want to be right by beside me. So we're going to take you out to one of my favorite places and one of Coda's favorite places, Patterson Lake. It's going to be beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous out today. It's a little bit chilly, so when we're going 20, 30 miles an hour, I'm going to have a jacket on. We'll probably strip it off. Let's get this. All right, we're taking off for the ride. The camera is almost dead, so it's going to be charging. But you guys have seen Patterson Lake before. You'll see us when we get back. I'm just going to go have some me time. Fittest dad on earth. Out. All right, 10 miles down, and we'll put the route that we did right here. One of my favorite places, Patterson Lake. And now we are heading to Menards, best store in the Midwest. Then we're going to head to the duplex, and we're going to put the finishing touches on. Until then, we got some Diet DP. Let's go. So I have people ask fairly frequently how and why I got into real estate. And I was lucky enough to have a very unique Rich Dad, Poor Dad moment. If you have not read Robert Kiyosaki's book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, it goes over the two bases of two separate lives and two separate outcomes. And in my life, it was one side of my family's grandparents and the other side of my family's grandparents. One side enjoyed their life, had a comfortable life, had side-by-sides and toys and campers and above average home, okay? But that was it. And once retirement came around, they didn't have any more money. They had to downsize. They're in low-income housing, and it's not the greatest life, and they're having to have support from the younger family members in their life. The other side, a grandmother of mine, got into real estate very early, married my grandfather, who was a real estate mogul, got into real estate and slowly bootstrapped it one after another, after another, after another. And now she's been retired for 20 years, but she still does real estate at 85 or 87 years old and still does it, keeps fresh and does these things. Financially free, can do what she wants. She has a healthy end of life. She can do whatever she wants, enjoy whatever she wants. Her and I are going to be purchasing a property together soon. It's all these small things that led to this overall goal. And at the very end of the day, it comes down to this. Do you want to live a little bit above average life for your whole life until the end and then absolutely come crumbling down? Or do you want to live below your means for many, many years? And then when it really matters, living a life that only people can dream of. That's what we're trying to do. That's why it's a Saturday and I'm heading to my duplex for the 4th day in a row. This is the small stuff that compounds, guys. And we talk about being the fittest dad. The fittest dad is teaching my kids these tools, teaching my kids the rich dad, poor dad mentality, teaching my kid to be a God-loving and fearing man, teaching my kids to love animals like I do. All these things so that they can live a life that they are proud of at the end and they can do whatever the fudge they want to do. That's why we're heading over to this duplex. That's why we're closing on another one. That's why we're doing all this. And that's why I got into real estate. We are here at the duplex and we have our work cut out for us. Not anything hard, but just a lot of little shit to do. So I'm going to take you guys inside, show you what we got left. There's a couple things that we really have to get done before the tenant gets in the next couple days. So today is Saturday. Our tenant is planning on coming in Monday and Tuesday, and it's a really cool place, man. I'm really proud of it. It's turned out awesome. It's our pride and joy, man, and it's something that my little man Ridge will have for the rest of his life and his kid's life. That's the beautiful thing about real estate, dudes. Like, I hit it big in crypto, but hey, son, here's the keys to this crypto. Awesome if it creates generational wealth, but is it as cool as a house? Not in my life. So we're here, gonna show you what's left. Probably doesn't look like it's gonna be done in a day and a half, but you don't know the fittest dad on earth, I guess. So we got all the cabinets painted. They're beautiful. This is all painted, it's done. We have wallpaper here, 4 up there. Cabinets and doors and everything are all painted. Brand new flooring is done. Trim work is done. Well, this place is completely done. Just need to clean this up. Toilet back on the little pot. And then got our transitions in yesterday here. And then the last thing is I'm doing this trim work. Put some cord around here. All the lights are on, have to put new light switch covers. And then this thing is done after the doors are put on and the security cameras are in. So let's quit talking. Let's get after it. Anybody else get freaking pissed when you drop or shake your pop? My wife's like, the carbonation's still in there. It's still fine. As soon as I open this, it's not the same. And I just dropped this. It's not the same. It's not that same kick. This is 0 sugar, obviously. The kick isn't there. Pisses me off when I do that. You want some chicken? Reggie? No chicken? Chicken? Everything's up for you.
Go over it. So yeah, this thing's a totally serious. People trips going into Illinois. Yet, you guys is there.
Well, we have been here since about 10. It is 4:30 right now with no end in sight. Just kidding. It's getting better. We're getting there right now. What I'm doing is actually getting to take all the garbage and trash out and let it open up. I'm super excited about that because we've done so much to it, but I can't see a lot of it because there's so much shit everywhere. So that's what we're gonna do. We are going to clear this out real quick, pull the truck up and see how she looks for a second. Good morning. Good morning. You say good morning, Dada? Good morning, Dada. Good morning, y'all. It is Sunday. We were at the duplex very, very late last night, and the microphones died, the camera died, and we just have so much work to get done that I'm not going to drop everything, go get the chargers, plug it in. It would have been a waste of time. So we stayed in there late, got a lot done. We'll show you guys that today. We went out to my in-laws and hung out for the 4th of July a little bit. Got to spend some time with the family. Not the same without my little girl, but it was great. And this spot right here is her little nook, her little nest. And it was our one of our bedrooms, and it just overlooks the town. And she would let us know if anybody was here. And so it's a beautiful Sunday. We're gonna head to church. Got to do a ton of training work, and then we're gonna go to the duplex. So just one more day of being the fittest dad on earth, chipping away at the things that need to be chipped away at. Let's go. What are you doing? Are we going to church? Beep, beep, beep. Beep. Whoa! Are you helping Mama? Oh! Wow! Wow! Ridge. Oh! 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 I got you. Wow! Reggie. Wow! Oh! He had to just buff it off. Wow! 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 Look. Woo! You're crazy. As per our regular Sunday tradition, we had family church, and then we had family breakfast. And on Sundays is when I do all the gym business for the entire week. That is clients, that is scheduling, programming, to-do lists, online programming, everything. And I'm a very linear thinker, and I have to have lists and check them off, and I'm this very, very driven but linearly driven thinker. And if I had one thing that's changed my productivity in the last 6 months, are these 2 booklets, okay? Just a regular notebook and then the ADHD planner. I'll show you my system for what I do every single Sunday and then every morning going forward. So the first thing I do with this here regular notebook is I just do what's called a business brain dump. Everything I can think of. I got business brain dump, I got my duplex brain dump, and then just random content brain dump down here. So everything that is on my mind, I put it down on here so I can just quit thinking about it. Then this is my daily to-do list. So now we go through a ton of stuff. Our intentions for the day, our must-dos, our could-dos, our do-laters. This is an absolute godsend and savior for me, because it allows me to put first things first, must do, second things second, and could do, and my intention for the day. A lot of these get lost in the details, be comfortable in the unknown. These are all things that I want as daily intentions for my day, but without this brain dumping, this wouldn't be as effective. So we're heading over to the duplex now that all the business stuff is done. We're gonna wrap this baby up. Let's go. see if I did it right. Here's the moment of truth. No water leaking. She's filling up, boys. Here we go. Another late night at the rentals, but if I'm being completely honest, this is the shit I live for. This is what I signed up for. This is what I want for my family, and this is what my family wants for my family. It is 9 o'clock on a Sunday. We're going back home, showering, doing some work stuff for the gym, and then going to bed. But you guys are going to absolutely flip when you guys see this transformation, this before and after. It looks like a completely different place. I can't even explain how crazy this place looks. You're just gonna have to see it yourself. And on a side note, this shit isn't easy. This shit isn't simple. This shit isn't fun all the time, but it's so worth it. It's so worth it because as I talked about earlier, had that rich dad, poor dad moment. I've seen what a mildly luxurious life your entire life is and how it ends. And I've seen a life of work and investment and real estate and how that one ends. I will choose the latter every single time. Every single time. 9 p.m. on a Sunday, fine. Give it 5-10 years when we can live a life that nobody can even dream about. That's when it's worth it. Just made it back to the house, got some dinner, got some food, and that caps off another crazy, busy, and beautiful, blessed weekend. And doing these vlogs has made me, I love doing these vlogs, but it's made me ask myself a couple questions. And the first question is, why do I do all this crazy shit? Why do I have a gym? Why do I invest in real estate? Why do I have a busy family life? Why do we do all these things? And it comes from a deep-rooted insecurity of never being good enough. And this is a double-edged sword, but it's also what propels me in training. It's also what propels me in investing. It's also what propels me in my marriage. I'm just never good enough, so I have to keep on doing, right? But in that, I need to be more efficient in my doing. Okay, that's one thing that I have learned in the last couple weeks. Like, I need to be more efficient in my doing so I can be more present with the people that I love. Because two key things I want you guys to take from this video. Number one, I want you to find your passion. Find your passion that you would detriment other things in your life for, that you may skip a family function for, that you may miss a basketball game for, that you may do these things for, and then control it. For me, that's real estate. For me, that's business. Honestly, it really comes down to business. Find that thing and control it. And number two is be present in that moment, because with all this stuff that I'm doing, right? I'm never a good enough version of myself, and I'm trying to get better, get better, get better. But in that, I'm only getting better, and I'm only present in that moment and getting better. We need to be more efficient in all the shit that we're doing. Get it done quicker. Get it done smarter, get it done cheaper, so that we can be more present with the people that we love. Because this week, it's been 1 week since my best friend, companion, my soulmate, Coda Girl, passed away, my pupper dog. And if it's taught me anything, I need to be more present. And to be more present, I need to be more efficient, because I love both of these things. It's a tug and a pull. It's a rock and a hard place. But it comes down to finding your passion that you would detriment other things for and controlling it, and then being present with the people that you love, because you're so much more efficient at the things that you love. I can't put it any better way than that, guys. It's a daily struggle that I go through every single minute of every single day. And I hope that you guys can see that I'm human, you're human, and we all go through these things, that we can really learn from each other and do these things right. So that is another day in the life of a hybrid athlete, a father, and a businessman. We will see you guys next week. We got some bonus footage for you guys here. It is Monday. We had to push this out just one day because we're getting the final touches on the duplex. It is finally done, sparkly, clean. My wife's there cleaning right now, and the people are now living in there. We're very, very proud of this one. This transformation is going to be wild. You're going to see some pictures here. But now we are going to go over to Fresh Sips, drop off a shipment of goods for them. This is the best place in town for acai bowls, protein balls, food, good vibes, everything you could think of. Honestly, it's one of my favorite places in the world because of just the vibe, the people, and the acai bowls are freaking fire. Okay? We're going to go drop that off. We're going over. We're going to show you the duplex. You saw the pictures here. We're going to show you the duplex, and then we got to go to Menards, grab some gutters because it got ripped off during storm. But that is it. Once you see the duplex, we will see you guys later. Fittest dad on earth out. Lifting weights is stupid. Running long miles is stupid. Just wait. How stupid is lifting heavy weights? About 45, 50 pounds. Get at me, boy. Lift some weights. Quit being a weak body. All right, here is the walkthrough. We are super proud of this one. Redid everything. Wallpaper, cupboards, floors, lights to the living room. You guys remember what this piece of shit looked like prior. Bathroom, new toilet, new fixture will go in, new lights. Bedroom number uno and bedroom number dos. Super proud of this one. Hey y'all, I am terrible with ending videos and capping everything off, and I always forget because I'm so excited about what we've been doing. So this is a day late and $1 short, but thank you guys. This last 2 weeks have been the hardest 2 weeks of my entire life. And people can say it's just a dog, it's just this, it's that. I will provide grace and pity for those people because I am a broken man, and it's been a long 2 weeks. You don't get to see the crying, you don't get to see all that. So I just want to thank you guys for tuning in each and every week. In less than a year, we've gained 500 subscribers on YouTube. For me, that's a huge milestone. For me, that is massive. And for me, I'm very proud of that. Thank you guys from the bottom of our heart. This is just the beginning. We hope to bring you everything that we can that will enhance your life physically, mentally, spiritually, in every aspect of life. That is my goal, because if I could have had somebody like this going along the path as I was, I think I would have missed a lot of speed bumps. So thank you guys from the bottoms of our heart. Thank you for getting us through this tough time of losing my best friend. And we can't thank you guys enough. Please show your friends, your family, and your enemies, because everybody likes this stuff. Fittest dad on earth.